for a position in the top 5.
There's no doubt.
Across the long pond straightaway. And there you see Harvick going for position.
Tell you what, Logano hung right in there.
Logano hung right, but they just about have to stop when they get into the corner like that. And you can see as we'll pan back to the front.
Oh, he got into him. Logano around. Can he save it? He is unable to. Caution. And the caution came out right as Denny Hamlin was crossing the start-finish line to get the white flag.
They're all coming above you.
This was very close. If Denny Hamlin got the white flag prior to the caution, this race would be official. But we are getting word there will be a green-white checker. The caution had come out before Denny Hamlin had taken the white flag. Oh, how fun is this going to be? Larry?
Hey, guys, think about the history between Joey Logano and Kevin Harvick. Go back to the Nationwide Series race in Bristol back in March. This is not the first episode between these two guys.
Yeah, agreed.
And that could have been avoided.
That could have been avoided. I agree that there's history there, but even if there's history there,
that was
not. Yeah, that was not.
Joey did absolutely nothing wrong in that position. This will give us a very good angle. Let's take a look here. That still could have been avoided.
Yeah, that's a tough call from that angle. Because Joey was trying to get to the patch, and Harvick was trying to get to the patch also. It's different from the other angle.
It's a different angle from the top.
It is. Yeah, that is truly two guys going for the same place in the same place as the patch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they just got into each other. You hate to see that happen for Joey, and hate to see it happen, period.
Tough break for Joey Logano, running in the top 5. Denny Hamlin leads. We get a green-white checker finish when we return to Pocono. Hamlin.
Harvick's car is just a little too free to run up on Tony. He got a little bit loose right there in the middle.
Is Kyle leaving the car?
He had been cutting it. Big.
Kasey Kahne gets turned around. Greg Biffle involved. Mark Martin is there. No caution has come out. They're going to let him race back as Burton piles in, and now the caution.
6. You knew that was going to be big when you saw the 9 coming back across the racetrack.
Denny Hamlin came here as a rookie in 2006. He won both poles that year and won both races. Career win number 12 for Hamlin comes in his 4th at Pocono. He wins the Gillette Fusion Pro Glide 500 presented by Target.
Look at that. Half the field's gone.
Oh, look, somebody's just barreling around the wall up there.
Newman.
Yeah, this is going to be, they're going to have to sort this one out.
Wow.
Because I tell you what, that 9 car, you saw it hit and get up on top of the wall. And then the 24.
Biffle was in it. Mark Martin was in it.
Reagan came into it late.
Kasey Kahne out of his car. That's a good sign. You see the medical crews working with Jeff Gordon in his car. Greg Biffle, another one of those that had heavy impact. There's Marcus Ambrose. His window net is down. That's a good sign. David Reagan, who also got a part of that accident, just drove across the start-finish line.
Yeah. There's still cars coming across the start-finish line that were in the wreck still.
Oh, look at Logano. Pulls right up to Harvick. A 2.5-mile speedway with short track characteristics and short track tempers when the race is over.
Yeah, you know, and here's Joey's team trying to keep him calm down, and this is probably best. That's Joey's dad.
Joey's dad's go in there and tell him.
That's why Joey's dad's got his hard card pulled a couple of times. Let me just go ahead and say that. Yeah, but
no, you know what? He needs to do this. He needs to vent. I mean, Joey's been taken out so many times at the end of a race, whether it's a nationwide race or whatever. And, you know, he should be mad.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this in Joey's defense. You know, they were just racing, and I probably spoke too soon. I don't think it was Harvick's fault. I don't think it was Joey's fault. But Joey has to stand up for himself at some point in time. You know what I mean? We saw you know, Burton last week say, I'm not going to take it anymore. I think you're seeing Joey say, I'm not going to take this anymore, especially from Kevin Harvick, because he and Kevin just seem to find their place, same place on the racetrack all the time.
Yeah. Like you said, it was tight racing. You're at the end of the race, but you're absolutely right, Kyle. He's got to man up on some of these guys, because you're going to get pushed around in this business until you do.
Until you do, man. Until you do. Earnhardt and those guys were the best at nudging you, rubbing you, leaning on you until you went and talked to them. And once you went and talked to them, then they leave you alone. It's not a problem with it.
Okay,
here's what happened final lap.
Casey, and I'm going to put a big block on him, and that's what it was.
Oh.
He put and man, once you get in that grass, you're done.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a hit, man.
Wow.
That was a hit.
That was a hard hit. The 16 and the 5 just drove into the side of the 9, had no place to go. The Mark Martin and Biffle took the hard hits right there. And then you see 24 come into it. 26.
Yeah. Take another look here. Watch. You see Kasey Kahne, the Budweiser car. He's going to make a run, and Allmendinger is going to take him all the way to the grass on a block.
Yeah, and I think Allmendinger, I think AJ felt like, okay, I'm this far down. He's not going to be there now.
And I mean, right in front of Mark Martin and Biffle. Who's that? Is that Truex in there too?
Yeah, Truex is in there.
Yeah.
Here's a 39 that we saw come off of turn 3, just in the gas.
Oh, Ambrose hit the inside guardrail a ton.
A wild final lap crash. Joey Logano picked up some positions here and finished 13. Your race winner today, Denny Hamlin. We'll talk to him next. A number of drivers getting damage on a final lap crash, and the leader got a little damage as well. The celebration party for Denny Hamlin, and he ends up nicking the wall. Watch this.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter now.
That's pretty impressive right there, though, I'm going to tell you. That's a long burnout. Is there... Okay, here
there
we go.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that wasn't just a nick in the wall either.
All fun and games till you hit a wall.
Yeah.
I bet it hasn't wiped the smile off his face. He's in victory lane with Marty Snyder.
And what an impressive day for Denny Hamlin, who at points in this race said, I'm just cruising, I'm out here riding, and he showed it late in the race, going from 16th to the win. Not bad for a guy who earlier in the week told me you were about a C on restarts. You did pretty good, but what was your mindset when that green-white checker came out and you were almost to the white flag?
I asked Mike, you know, the bad part is I probably could have got to that white flag in time, but I started backing off just in case we needed fuel mileage, and he said, no, get that white as soon as you can, and I literally just kept focusing on that light, and I saw it turn yellow right before I got to the line. But
It's supposed to damage the left front when you do a burnout, though.
I know.
You're going to catch grief for that one.
I know. I owe the Fab Shop some donuts or something. But also got to thank all the fans and everyone from Sprint. It's just been
Out in the final lap, Kasey Kahne, one of 10 drivers involved on the last lap crash. All of these drivers out of their cars and in the medical center. We will update their condition as we get it. And they're not the only ones upset at the end of the race. Joey Logano frustrated after he was turned by Kevin Harvick. We'll hear from Harvick when we roll on. You're watching NASCAR on TNT. Denied him. Here's what happened with a couple of laps remaining.
These guys go down in a turn 3, and Joey is turning down. You know, from that angle, it is tough to really blame anybody, but I still think that, you know, these guys could have cut each other a little bit of slack on that.
Yeah, you know, one angle, when we saw the first angle, when you see this angle, this just looks bad from this angle.
Yeah.
And you know, and I jumped on and I said, look, Kevin should have given him some more room. But from the other angle, I apologize to Kevin Harvick, because I think it's two guys racing for position, and they're racing for that patch, and they just ran out of room.
Let's hear from Logano, Ralph.
Well, Joey's just come out of his hauler after talking to J.D. Gibbs and Coach Gibbs. Joey, what's your thoughts on what took place out there with Kevin Harvick?
It's disappointing, to be honest with you. It's you know, we had a top 5 run going with the Home Depot Toyota, and that's for us here, that was going to be awesome, and I was pretty pumped up about it. And racing 29, and he let me go in the middle of the straightaway and decided to dump me in the next turn. I don't know what his deal is with me, but it's probably not his fault. You know, his wife wears a fire suit and the family tells him what to do, so it's probably not his fault.
What's it going to take to cool this feud down between the two of you?
I don't know. I'm going to go to NASCAR hauler, and I guess they're going to tell me what I'm supposed to do, so we'll just have to see.
What did Coach Gibbs and J.D. say to you?
I'm going to calm down, you know, and we finished 13th, you know. I mean, we rallied back from 30th in 2 laps, so that was, I mean, at least we got something out of it. You know, it's not a top 5 like we should have finished, but, you know, it is what it is. It's just ridiculous that I don't know what I've ever done to piss him off, but he's apparently stupid.
Joey, you unloaded a lot of emotion when you came out of the car there. What are you thinking about that? Did you show too much, or are you okay with that?
No, he needs to know how I feel. No one lets me go up and talk to the guy. You know, I mean, if you get out of the car, you want to talk to the guy, see what's going on, and there's 6,000 crew members around you that you can't go up and talk to them. So, I mean, I don't know how he's supposed to settle something if you can't even talk to the guy, which there's no talking to him anyway.
Joey, thanks for talking to us. Here's what Kevin Harvick had to say.
Nothing like the raw emotion.
Kevin Harvick, you end up with a 4th place finish, but tell us about the contact with the 20.
Yeah, I got in there and we just wound up getting together. Just 2 cars going in the same space at one time. I just got to thank everybody. On my Shell Pennzoil Chevy, they did a great job today. We had a solid car. Kind of got stuck back there in the middle of the pack with the pit strategy, but all in all, our car was good all day.
How about a pretty good points day for you?
Yeah. I mean, you know, the car was good, and that's the way we have to be. All the tracks that, you know, we seem to struggle at in the past have been really good for us, and to go to these racetracks and run the top 5 every week is what we're looking for.
This has not been historically your best racetrack.
No, it hadn't been, but today was really good.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
You know, I know about the wife wearing the uniform and the family part, though, so I live it.
Good point.
These numbers unofficial. Harvick did finish 4th. What about Tony Stewart? 3rd, and he's gained some ground in the points this afternoon. Montoya ends up in the top 10, and good days for Allmendinger and Sam Hornish Jr. Involved in the late race accident. Here it is again. Kasey Kahne getting pushed to the grass, headed to the tunnel turn.
The concrete came through the outside of the wheel.
Yeah, that's incredible. That was hard hits right there.
Matt Yoakum.
And catching up with both Jeff Gordon and Kasey Kahne walking Infield Care Center. Well, what did Jeff say to you first?
Oh, he said he didn't mean to hit me at the end, but I mean, I think it was just things everywhere. I had a huge run. I had tires there, two tires on the right side, and I had a big run on AJ in the 77. And as I come across the track, he just starts left, and I'm like in the grass at that point. So there's like I couldn't turn back against it. You know, once somebody shoots to the left like that and blocks you. But we had a pretty good Budweiser Ford. Definitely a bad way to end the day, but we had a good race prior to that.
It seemed like today there were so many different race strategy situations, just as much as the track changing because of the weather changing so often.
Yeah, I mean, you saw a lot of people up front at the end that probably shouldn't have been. I mean, it's just the way that strategy goes here. We had a top 5 car throughout the race, and a lot of guys were up there at the end that shouldn't have been. They weren't very good. I mean, we were driving back by a lot of them, and just got put in the grass. So it's part of it. I don't know, teammates. We gotta work on that a little bit, maybe.
You guys gonna have a good conversation this week about it?
I don't talk to AJ hardly ever, and I doubt I'm going to talk to him about this.
All right, thanks, Kasey.